Hi, welcome to my channel and to my hack and mod show. Today's guest is the GSG-16 factory 9-inch barrel and the last 9-inch barrel. While I was pimping my factory 9-inch barrel, I've come across a situation where I never had to deal with before, and that's the muzzle end. And the reason why is because I always use the factory fake suppressor. I just had to slid this down and tighten it with a set screw in the bottom, and that's it. With this factory 9-inch barrel, it came with a fake flash hider which is threaded, and it wouldn't fit this ICS charging tube. Actually, it doesn't fit any charging tube. So I had this problem. Well, how do I make this fit? So I looked at my Delask and see what they did. If I were to remove this A2 bird cage, I would see an adapter. Let me remove this adapter. They took a 12 millimeter barrel, stepped it down to 10 millimeter, and then they stepped it down to 9 millimeter and tapped a 0.7. Okay. Now, I can't understand what they did. I just couldn't figure it out. The reason why they did this is that so the threading would be under the 1/2 inch by 28 threading. So in other words, it would be like this. Okay. It could be like this, but it wanted to be underneath that, and that was the whole reason of going all the way down to 9 millimeter. Here, I'll even thread it to prove it to you. It does fit. Okay, see it goes right in. And all they did that to save 1/2 inch of length. I don't know why. They could have easily tapped the 12 millimeter barrel by 1, okay, and they could have tapped it on this side, right, and left this straight in the inside. Why didn't they do that? I don't know. Can't figure them out. Now, the reason why I want a 12 millimeter muzzle is because so I could use the airsoft Tri Lug. Okay, it comes with a 12 millimeter. Okay, so that's what I prefer they have done. If they just left it at 12 millimeter, then this would look like this. That would have been great. Okay, since they didn't, I'll have to tap this 12 millimeter. Now, I bought this from overseas airsoft company. You can Google them. It's a Tri Lug, and this sells for $5.50 US, and the flash hider sells for $11 US. So and it's one of these quick releases. You see, like that. Goes right in and twists and then lock. Okay, so simple as that. So that looks so cool. So please don't ask me where to buy them. Just Google them. You'll find them. It's from these companies in Asia. There's lots of them you can buy directly from. Okay, so when I come back, I'll show you how to tap your muzzle to a 12 millimeter by 1 right hand. So I'll be back. I am back. Now, it took a few weeks for this tap and die set to arrive from Asia. I ordered it through AliExpress. Cost me $19 Canadian to my door. This tap is an M12x1, and this die already installed in the handle obviously is also the same. And I want to show you my setup. I didn't have to take the 9-inch barrel off the gun, and I managed to clamp it securely. If you have steel clamps, use them instead of plastic ones. They're far better. And I leveled the vise by using washers. And below is the napkins to catch oil spillage and shavings. Okay, let me put the camera down and I'll talk some more. The first thing I did with the tap and die set, I used a tap and I ran it through the adapter. This is the Tri Lug adapter, and just to make sure that the Tri Lug is an M12 by 1, and it is, as you can see, it goes right in quite smoothly. But also to remove any shavings or globs of paint that might be inside. You know, that's another reason why I ran it through, and as you can see, a lot of paint has been removed by the tap, and this is what the inside looks like. Okay, now I'm not going to show you how to use the die on the muzzle, because I already did that 4 years ago with the Type 81 rifle. That one's a little more complicated because the barrel diameter was oversized and I had to use a null cutter. In this particular case, you don't need to use it, and that's why it's far simpler. But still, word of caution, this is not for novice, okay? You should have some experience with working with tap and die. Okay, having said that, because I'm using it freehand, I'm not using a lathe or I'm not using a drill press, I'm not going to be 100% lined. Okay, it's not going to be straight, and therefore this is only for flash hiders, okay, because flash hiders has a really large exit hole, as opposed to a break which would have a lot tinier. And therefore, if you're not perfectly lined up with your die, you're gonna end up might hit the break. So therefore, if you're gonna use by freehand using the die, then this is strictly for flash hiders. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just basically show you the start of it, and then I want you to go to the description and watch the Type 81. I use the die on that one, so that's what I want you to use. I made sure there's no burr on the muzzle of the GSG-16, and I made sure it's completely level by using this bubble, and it is completely lined up. And of course, you start off with putting lots of oil, not just on the muzzle, but also on the die. And because this is a M12 right hand, you have to turn this to the right and make sure this is completely level. Okay, start off like this, and I'm going to try to use the bubble. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm going to try to make sure this bubble is straight just to get it started. Okay. Okay, I finished tapping the 9-inch barrel, and I'm working on my 16-inch barrel. And again, I didn't have to remove it from the receiver. That's a nice thing. And if you're wondering why I'm not using a pilot or a guide, and the reason why, it's because nobody makes one. There isn't such a thing. Nothing comes in on 12 by 1. So I have to do my best to do this freehand and do my best to make sure that these are perfectly level. Best to put a washer in there, a bigger washer, because it keeps falling into that hole. Yep, this is 3/4. I am done with the tapping. I finished tapping the 9-inch barrel and the 16-inch barrel. And then afterwards, I applied 2 coats of cold blue. And this is what it looks like. And the reason why I tapped 3/4 inch of the muzzle is because I like the option of using a locking nut if I want to, or here I'll assemble it and show you what it looks like. Okay, now when you put the adapter on, it's a little bit wobbly, so what I like to do, instead of using a locking nut, I like to use plumber's tape, and I like to just roll it around a couple of times, a few times, like this. That should be good enough. Yeah, like that. That should stop the wobble. Now the barrel of a 22 doesn't get hot enough to melt it, so I'm not too concerned about that. Okay, and there it is. The Tri Lug is mounted. Now I must admit that this is the first one I did. I didn't do as well as I did with the second one. Of course, I haven't done a tapping job in over 4 years. So this is a lot straighter than this one. And I also want to point out that there is another threading in front of this. Okay. And it is a 14x1 left hand. Unfortunately, I don't have any flash hider that's 14x1 left hand because that's an AK threading. I have M14x1 right hand, which is a VZ58. So unfortunately, I don't have any AK flash hider to show you. Okay, but so I don't understand why they used left hand for here, right hand for back here. So in any case, this is how you put it on. Okay, you take this flash hider, make sure it's unlocked like that, and then slip it over the Tri Lug like this, and then turn towards the right, and then push this lock in like that, and it locks it in. And this is what it looks like. Not bad, eh? Looks great. Now this, oh, by the way, if you ever want to revert back, yeah, that's not a problem. As you can see, even with this thread at the end of this muzzle, I can easily put this fake suppressor back on, and you can't even tell that the muzzle has been threaded. And that's the same thing for the factory 9-inch. And if I were to put this here, it would be it would also, this part, cover the threading, so nobody would know that you actually even threaded this muzzle. Okay, so basically that's what it is. That's what it looks like. This will be, I threaded this for a future project, but in the meantime, this is what I wanted to do to complete my MP5 version of the GSG-16, and I think it looks pretty darn good. And of course, to remove this, you just push this lock to the left like that, okay, and then turn, and then just pull out. That's it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the like and subscribe button.